Hello guys, what's up? This Dodge guys, Caravan, it has a TPMS sensor indicator here, which indicates a problem. See that it's flashing, and then after some minutes it will stay on. Okay, so that's the problem right now with this car. So first thing first with this is that, well, it's kind of obvious, right? You have to check it with this, but all the tires have same pressure. Okay, so let's check it here. So let's check here. Radio, that's not really a big concern. Some of this, the sunroof, the door module front left, door module front right. Yeah, blind spot module. I removed the blind spot radars on this one. So let's just check the TPMS here. It goes. Yeah, tire pressure 1 internal. The problem with Dodge is that it will just indicate bad TPMS sensor through this, and it will not say of, for example, front left tire bad, or it won't say front right tire gone bad. No, so it will just indicate something like that. So you really have no idea what tire has the problem, unlike other cars. But there's a advantage on that also. That's just disadvantage. I'll show you later. Let's go to hot functions, tire pressure, roll test. I think you need to start the car with this one. Okay, so I have to drive now. I just put it here. Yeah, that's the problem, guys. Tire pressure, tire 1 pressure sensor detected, and it says here false. So let's find where the sensor 1 is. Go to TPMS, wireless control here, live data. Yeah, tire 1 275, tire 2 282, tire 3 282, tire 4 289. So it's quite confusing, because when you do the roll test, the sensor 1 is out. It will not send signal, but here there's a pressure here, tire 1. The problem with this is that we don't know which is the tire number 1, right? I'll just find ways to confirm where is tire 1. Maybe I'll just deflate the tires and see if there's changes here. For example, I'll deflate the driver side front tire, and it says here that this one goes low. So it's confirmed that the front tire and the driver's side is the tire number 1. And for example, if I deflate that same tire, and this one here goes low, so that would mean that the driver's side front tire is the tire number 2. Okay, so let's do that experiment. So let's try to deflate some tires and see where is the sensor 1. Yeah, tire number 1, front tire driver's side. That's reading around 40, around 40. Then let's take it and see if there's any changes there. Okay, it's like that now. So now it's only 20, 28 something. Let's see if there's changes here. Maybe the actual reading of the tire pressure will be sent to the brain if the car is running. As you can see here, nothing changed. So let's try make it run. Let's make the car run and see what sensor here has changed. So I found out that the front tire driver side is the tire number 3. And see, the pressure went down. Let's try the other front. It's around 40. So now guys, we're around 30. Okay. So the tire number 4 here has changed. It went down. So tire number 3 is the front driver side, and the tire number 4 is front passenger side. I think sensor number 1 will be driver side rear. Okay, so let's try it. So yeah, I think the problem with the sensor still works, but I think it's kind of the battery is a bit low. That's why the roll test cannot detect the sensor one. But it still can send the pressure data to the brain, to the controller, but in the roll test it cannot be detected. Guys, I'm here back again. So the one that changed, the one that I just deflated, the driver's side rear tire, so it's tire number 2. So the tire number 1 is the passenger side rear tire. Okay, so the numbering is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now we know. So now let's do it. I just inflate back the 3 tires before I do this. So this is the tire with the bad sensor. I'll inflate all tires back first. So now guys, it's now 0. It's now 0. Okay, we can push this down. Okay, so what I can do is we can push this down, just this side here. Okay, push this down through putting wood here, and then our scissor jack, and then press it in here, against here, in my 2H. We'll only push this side down, so that yeah, we don't have to remove the wheel of the tire completely, so that you don't have to balance it. It's still balanced. Okay, we just press this down and then access the sensor here. Okay. So yeah guys, ito na guys, ginawa ko na. Ayan, putol-putol ko lang dito guys. Yeah. Yeah guys, let me show you clearly how I pull this out and put it in the TPMS. Okay, the one here, this one here, it sits at the bottom of the rim in the inside, and this one here, the bulge here, this one is supposed to be outside. Okay, so the rim of your wheels will sit in here, in the middle here, in this yeah, in between this and this line here. So your rim is gonna sit in here. For example, this is the rim, so the rim is located like that. When you install it, you have to do it from the inside of the rim. You have to force it a little bit. Yeah, you have to really force it, because you know what, the hole is maybe as big as around this diameter here. Yeah, maybe slightly bigger than this diameter here before that bulge. So you really have to push this in, and then eventually it's gonna sit in here, okay. So this one and this one, this is the actual sensor, right? They're not really functioning all together. It just have to cling to this while it's installed inside the wheel. Don't be afraid to push it from here. Push it from here so that you have enough leverage. Because if you push it from here, just here, it's quite hard. So you can also remove this. You can also remove this, the screw, and then put it first. But it's hard to screw it back the way we do it, because we can't access this like easily because we did not remove the whole tire, right? Also, this sensor here, the way it functions is that I think it detects the pressure through this hole here. So they're not really functioning together, this one and this one, okay. Also, the way I pull it out, I trimmed this bulge area here so that I can pull it from the inside. So what I did is that, see this one, this is the original one, I trimmed the bulge here, and then once it's okay to go through that hole, I just pull it out. You can access it by trimming it with a nipper, if you have a nipper, right? So you can just trim here. Alright, so it's gonna fit in the small hole of the rim. Let's remember this code, guys, because we might need this in programming if in case it needs reprogramming. Okay, so got it installed now. Find it hard to push it through. So what I did, because I don't have oil, so I just use my saliva here to lubricate it. Let's see how it goes. Okay guys, so I went home because I forgot this yesterday. Try to do the ratchet strap trick to do the bead seating, because you know what, the bead here is out of the it's now loose, right? So it has to pop out here so that it's in the, what do you call that, in the proper position, so that no air will leak out. Let's put it in the middle. I don't know if my strap is sufficient because it's a bit thin. This strap is thin. Okay, so I'll just be using this small tire inflator here. I don't know if it works. Moving this side now, but not this side. So you hear that pop? It popped on this side. So I think we're good. Yeah, you hear that pop? Look. Okay, and then we'll just remove the bead is already seated in the what you call that, in the groove. And then so at 7 psi it already popped. It already set it in the groove at 7 psi. Okay, so guys, now that we have the PSI fixed to around 36 PSI, so I now have to check the valve if it's leaking here, leaking some air. So because I don't have the soapy water, which is the proper way, soapy water to spray it in here, so I just spit some saliva here. Okay, so I just spit some saliva. This is saliva is it's soapy, right? Yeah, I mean bubbly, right? So see, that saliva, I don't know if you can see it thoroughly, but yeah, there's no, the bubbles are not like, they're not what do you call that, popping out, or what do you call that, they're not moving as if there's air coming out from the tire. So from that alone, I can tell that there's no leak in that valve right now. So let's install the tire and see if the monitor or the sensor works, and if not, then we have to buy the TPMS sensor, what do you call that, the one that turns on the TPMS sensor. I don't know if the car can turn it on by itself, but if not, we can buy it. It's just around $14. So it's cheap. Okay. If you torque a tire, you do a star pattern, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And then put the torque range to the minimum setting, so that it's not gonna be torn or worn. Yeah, it's not gonna be worn over time when you store it. Yes. Okay, now we're done. So time to drive the car and see if the car system will detect the sensor. If not, then we'll buy the TPMS tool. Okay guys, so let's drive the car, guys, and let's see if it's gonna work. Oh yeah, so that's the problem there, right? Okay, so let's see. I'll just drive. So now guys, I just drove for 5 minutes, and now that TPMS sensor error here is gone. Okay, so we're lucky. I'm not sure if how they sent the TPMS sensors, if they, I don't know if they turned it on already before they send it out, or it's just the way it is. Like when you put this in a inside a tire or in a wheel, and it has pressure in it, so it will just turn on, especially in here in a Dodge Caravan. Because I've heard, or yeah, I've seen some articles that they say that the Dodge Caravan will serve as like a TPMS tool, so it can turn on, these ones here. Okay, and then once it turn it on, it will detect the pressure of it, and then yeah, it's in the system, so no need for programming. So I'm not quite sure about that turning on, that automatic turning on of the Dodge Caravan, but I'm sure that Dodge Caravan is when you put TPMS sensors, you don't have to reprogram it. Okay, so that's the good thing with the Dodge Caravan. Unlike other cars, when you say some other cars, when some tires has problem, right, they will say here, it will say here, oh, TPMS sensor, left front tire. Okay, so yeah, there's an address for each TPMS sensor, while on this one there's no address. Like, it just detects for sensors, and any of that sensor goes bad, it will just light up here the indicator. Yeah, the other cars, it will say the specific location of the sensor, so it has an address, while in here there's none. So that's the there's cons, and there's also pros here. Yeah, you can't tell which sensor right away. It's the problem. But if you change the sensor, there's not much of a hassle. Okay, so you just put the sensor in, or you just replace the sensor, and then the car will automatically detect it. Unlike the other cars, it will have to be reprogrammed. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I'll just try to confirm it in my OBD and see the tire pressure, if it's really in the system. And also after this, I have to retorque the tires again. Okay, so that's the safety procedure. Retorque the tires after running some kilometers. Okay, so you need to torque the tires at least twice to make it sure. Okay, so by the way, this one I got it from Amazon. Well, there's 4 of this. The price of 4 of this is the price of one sensor of the original one. Yeah, I'm also waiting for the other sensors to go low bat, and then replace them with these spares. So now I'll just turn off the car and see if the indicator goes back. But I have to plug the OBD while it's turned off. I'll turn it on, then I'll go to, yeah, so it seems okay now. We're lucky, man. We're lucky again. So now we'll just, okay, our tire 1 is 262. Where it goes? Let's do the roll test. We have to run for 30 kilometers per hour or 40 kilometers per hour, around that, for 30 seconds. That's it. Okay, it's okay. Okay, so now the false here, the false is now true. No, it's not true. Already true. Okay, so it seems to me we have the problem solved now. Okay, and then let's look at the actual tire pressure. Let's check again. is the actual tire pressure. Maybe we just have to make the pressure higher. So it's 268 here. Tire 1 is 268, and the others 289, 282, 282. I'll just do the tire pressure later. So yeah, that's it guys. We solved the problem. I hope that the tire is okay